Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson of World Alternative Media here, and there are more and more problems surmounting every single day when it comes to the trucking industry, the food supply in general, the energy grid, and crazy, over the top, beyond insane climate policies. This out of Natural News, it says, literally impossible. Trucking companies brace for California's electric mandate, and we've gone over the electric mandates we've seen in California for quite a while now, and the idea of going fully electric in the next around 10 years. And of course, at the same time as that, they're telling people, well, because of the energy crisis, don't use the charging stations for your car. Basically, they want to force everyone into 15-minute cities so they can't move anywhere, they can't go anywhere, all under the guise of climate change. And it's so wrong on so many levels. This is from the Netherlands Times, and I'm currently in Amsterdam as I'm doing this video. And it says here, Amsterdam to ban polluting traffic in large parts of the city from 2025. Now, one of the most insane things about this, and I recently documented it a little bit in my video called Inside a 15-Minute City when I reported on the ground in Oxford. And by the way, I'm doing a documentary on that. If you want to help donate to, fund that documentary, I truly appreciate it. But one of the things I noticed, which stood out pretty obviously when I was in Oxford in their 15-minute city, and yes, it is happening right now, is that you, instead of driving 5 minutes, you're often driving 10 to 15 minutes. You're causing gridlock traffic. If they're saying it's going to stop pollution, it's, batshit crazy. You have to drive further to get around everything. And that should be obvious to anyone with a few brain cells to rub together. But the reality is that they hope everyone is just so stupid they don't realize what they're doing, which is forcing everyone into food gulags, essentially, where you have food rations attached to a carbon credit score, attached to how much you drive, attached to a central bank digital currency. It's so obvious that this is where they're going, but no, we have the options and people have to take that seriously. Anyway, let's get into this. So as we see, trucking companies basically say, hey, this is destroying everything. We already have a diesel crisis, a shortage of diesel. We see oil production cut on top of the crisis. And of course, we have the issue with energy leading to further food inflation on top of the central bank, currency printing, on top of the shift into bricks, on top of the fact that now truckers can't make any money. And so they either charge more or they are restricted so much that they can't get the food to the shelves. And when it is on the shelves, it's extremely expensive. Well, now they're pushing what is already a part of the 15-minute city idea in the Netherlands. And they've been, of course, Mark Rutte is one of the biggest globalist shills in the world for the World Economic Forum and has been pushing smart cities in Amsterdam for quite some time. And you see it on the roads with the bollards. Amsterdam to ban polluting traffic in large parts of the city from 2025. From 2025, only taxis, vans, trucks, scooters, mopeds, and boats that don't emit exhaust fumes will be welcome in large parts of Amsterdam. These vehicles will either have to run on hydrogen or be electric. With this measure, the capital wants to make the air cleaner and city healthier and quieter, said Alderman Melanie van der Horst, traffic, transport, and air quality in a letter to the city council. By the way, they're already doing this in Paris. They're getting rid of private cars in the center of Paris by around 2024 to 2025. And on top of that, they've already banned, actual domestic flights in France, unless you're going to places like Nice. Oh, great. All the rich people in Paris can take their flight to Nice. But if you want to go to Bordeaux, good luck. They are heavily restricted now. And of course, many big cities around the world are doing this. It's all part of the plan. And of course, these cobalt batteries and, the lithium mining that's happening where they enslave children, and you have, mothers digging through, very pollutant toxins, breathing it in with a baby strapped to her back. It's the most Orwellian thing you could imagine, all for people that say they care about the environment and want to make big cities more sustainable by making the world less sustainable. Of course, it's doublethink. That's the whole idea. And keep in mind that on top of that, you're actually polluting more in the long run anyway. Government is the biggest polluter in the world. And, as we saw The Guardian say not that long ago, and by the way, The Guardian, one of their biggest donors is Bill Gates. No surprises there either. They recently said they need to get rid of farms to stop pollution and prop up urban sprawls to stop pollution. That no, they want you in 15-minute cities. They want you unsustainable. They want you to beg the government for food. Exactly the reason why they're going after the farmers in the Netherlands. We're talking an insane attack on farmers here. We're talking, levels that we've never seen actually push forward before because it's self-destructive, obviously. But they want to go after 50% of farms. Now, the Farmer Party recently won a huge majority and a big successful election, but this is why voting doesn't matter. It sounded really good at the time because originally they were going to go after up to 30% of farms to stop nitrogen pollution. And now they're going after 50% of farms in the aftermath of all this, and they're bringing in insane climate restrictions to force people out of their farms and paying people to close their farms. And I've been trying to get a hold of some farmers in the Netherlands. No one's responding to my messages, so I can only do what I can do, my friend. So bear with me. I am running out of money, so I'm going to have to go back to the US right away. But with that said, and there is a donation link that Go Get Funding if you want to help support us here. But with that said, very important to point out, no one does this. It makes such a stupid error in judgment, like going after farms and doing all this stuff, destroying the whole supply chain and everything accidentally. No one's that stupid. This is all on purpose. There's a reason that all of this is happening, and there's a reason why they're similarly going after not just the Netherlands and England and France and Spain and all these other places, Portugal, but of course they're going after Ireland as well. But we're going to get into that in just a moment. I want to read a little bit more of what's happening in Amsterdam here. It says,